10 signs an INFJ secretly chooses you. Some people choose loudly. They announce their feelings. They pursue openly. They make their intentions obvious. INFJs are not those people. When an INFJ chooses you, it doesn't come with grand gestures or dramatic confessions. It comes quietly, subtly, almost invisibly. In fact, many people never realize they were chosen by an INFJ until that INFJ is gone. Because INFJs don't choose impulsively. They don't choose out of loneliness. And they certainly don't choose lightly. When an INFJ chooses you, it means something rare has happened internally. Something deliberate. Something deeply emotional. Something long-term. If you're an INFJ, this video will explain how you choose someone without ever saying it out loud. And if you're close to an INFJ, this video will help you recognize the signs before it's too late. Here are 10 subtle but powerful signs an INFJ has secretly chosen you, even if they've never said the words. Stay until the end, because the final sign explains why INFJs stay longer than they should, and why that choice is never accidental. INFJs are one of the most private personality types when it comes to emotional attachment. Not because they don't feel deeply, but because they feel too deeply to choose recklessly. Before an INFJ chooses someone, they observe. They analyze. They sense alignment. They ask themselves questions most people never think about. Does this person feel safe emotionally? Do they respect depth? Do they understand silence? Do they see who I really am, or who they want me to be? Only when those answers feel right does an INFJ begin choosing. And when they do, the choice reveals itself in quiet ways. 1. They give you their time, consistently and intentionally. INFJs do not waste time. They may appear flexible, patient, or accommodating, but internally, they are extremely selective with their energy. Time, for an INFJ, is not casual. It is emotional currency. So when an INFJ consistently makes time for you, especially when they are tired, overwhelmed, or socially drained, that is not coincidence. It means you are a priority. INFJs often need solitude to recharge. They need space to process emotions. They need quiet to restore clarity. So if they choose to spend that limited energy with you, it means being with you feels safe, not draining. They may not text constantly. They may not demand attention. But they show up, quietly, reliably, without needing to explain themselves. This is one of the earliest signs an INFJ has chosen you, even if they haven't admitted it yet. 2. They remember emotional details you forgot you shared. INFJs don't remember everything, but they remember what matters. They remember the tone of your voice when you talked about your childhood. They remember the hesitation when you spoke about a fear. They remember the moment you laughed to cover discomfort. These details imprint emotionally. So when an INFJ brings up something you barely remember mentioning, a dream, an insecurity, a value, that's not accidental. It means they were listening deeply. INFJs don't collect information for entertainment. They collect it for understanding. Remembering emotional details is how INFJs build internal trust. It's how they decide whether someone belongs in their inner world. If an INFJ remembers your inner life, they are choosing you. 3. They open up slowly, but with honesty. INFJs do not overshare. They reveal themselves in layers. Carefully. Deliberately. At first, you may think they're reserved, private, hard to read. But over time, something changes. They begin sharing personal reflections, inner struggles, thoughts they don't usually voice. Not all at once. Not dramatically. Just enough. INFJs don't open up to be understood by everyone. They open up to see if you can handle their depth. If they trust you with vulnerable truths, even small ones, it means they're testing emotional safety. And INFJs only test safety with people they are considering choosing. 4. They adjust their emotional energy around you. INFJs are emotional mirrors. They sense the emotional state of the people around them and instinctively adjust. But when an INFJ chooses you, this adjustment becomes intentional. They soften when you're overwhelmed. They become lighter when you're anxious. They slow down when you're rushing. This isn't people-pleasing. It's emotional attunement. INFJs do this only with people they care deeply about, because emotional adjustment costs energy. If an INFJ consistently meets you where you are emotionally, they are choosing connection over comfort. 5. They defend you, quietly and without credit. INFJs rarely confront loudly. They don't enjoy drama. They don't seek validation for loyalty. But when someone questions you unfairly, misrepresents you, or disrespects your values, INFJs notice. And they respond quietly. They correct misinformation subtly. They protect your character when you're not present. They distance themselves from those who speak poorly of you. They may never tell you they defended you. They may never mention it at all. But this silent loyalty is one of the clearest signs an INFJ has chosen you. INFJs don't protect everyone. They protect those who matter. 6. They ask you questions that go beneath the surface. INFJs are not interested in surface-level curiosity. They don't ask questions to fill silence. They ask to understand. When an INFJ chooses you, their questions shift. They ask about your values, your fears, your sense of purpose, your emotional patterns. Not interrogating, not intrusive, just thoughtful. They're trying to understand how you think, feel, and move through the world. Because INFJs don't attach to personalities. They attach to inner worlds. If an INFJ is exploring yours, they're choosing you. 7. They include you in their inner vision of the future. INFJs are future-oriented by nature. They constantly visualize outcomes, paths, and possibilities. So when an INFJ chooses you, you quietly appear in that inner vision. They may mention future ideas casually, plans without pressure. Imagine moments that include you naturally. This doesn't mean marriage or permanence, but it does mean intention. INFJs don't imagine futures with people they don't see as emotionally aligned. If you exist in their future thinking, you are being chosen. 8. They create emotional safety without needing control. INFJs do not control the people they care about. They create space. You feel calm around them. Not judged. Not rushed. Not pressured. You feel heard, even when you're quiet. Accepted, even when you're uncertain. This emotional safety isn't accidental. INFJs intentionally build it with people they want to stay connected to. If you feel emotionally safe with an INFJ, it's because they've chosen to create that environment for you. 9. They become consistent, not intense. INFJs don't love loudly. They love steadily. They don't overwhelm with attention. They don't disappear randomly. Instead, they become consistent. They check in. They follow through. They remain emotionally present. Consistency is commitment in INFJ language. If an INFJ shows up repeatedly, without needing recognition, they are choosing you. 10. They stay, even when it's hard. This is the most important sign. INFJs don't stay with everyone. In fact, they leave more often than people realize. They leave when values don't align. They leave when emotional safety disappears. They leave when respect is broken. So when an INFJ stays, through difficulty, misunderstanding, or emotional tension, it's not because they can't leave. It's because they've chosen not to. INFJs stay because they believe in emotional depth, growth, and meaning. If an INFJ stays with you when it would be easier to withdraw, you are chosen. Why INFJs don't say it out loud? INFJs often don't verbalize their choice. Not because they're unsure, but because for them, choice is shown, not spoken. Words feel incomplete. Actions feel honest. They believe consistency reveals truth more than declarations. If you've recognized these signs, understand this. An INFJ's choice is rare. And once given, it is deeply intentional. But INFJs also need to feel seen, respected, and emotionally safe in return. Their loyalty is quiet, but it is not unconditional. If this video resonated with you, whether you're an INFJ or someone who cares about one, take a moment to reflect. INFJs don't choose often, but when they do, it's real. If you want more deep, calm, psychology-based content that understands the INFJ mind beyond surface traits, consider subscribing. And remember, some of the deepest choices are never spoken. They are lived.